Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well today and had a good weekend. Over the past few weeks, we've taken a look at a few different file management systems, and I want to kind of follow that trend, but I want to deviate from it just a little bit and take a look at a photo management software or container, if you will, called, I think it's called Lychee. It's Lychee, and I discovered it recently. I was kind of digging around on Linux server stuff and found this Lychee application, or this Docker application, and I thought we would just take a quick look at it. So if we jump over to my desktop here, we can see that Lychee is a free photo management tool which runs on your server or web space. Installing is a matter of seconds. That's pretty true. We're gonna have to modify a couple of little things to make it install properly, but it does work very well, installs very quickly. You can upload, manage, and share photos. So we will attach this to a URL, like we've done in the past, using Nginx Proxy Manager. Yeah, and then you can manage, share photos, so yeah, you can upload, manage, and share photos like from a native application. That's weird wording. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Like I said, I was on Linux server stuff and I found this. What I will say is this Docker Compose, in my opinion, is incomplete. In order for this to work, it needs a database. In fact, you can see that right here, that it needs a database, but they didn't include one. I think they wanted to leave that open so that you could use this on whatever platform you wanted to. I will say, if we scroll up a little bit, we can see that this will work on x86 64 platforms, as well as it looks like all of the ARM architecture. So this should work. And I will have a caveat in my blog post showing by default the desktop application for this, but there will be a little snippet down there that'll show what you need to change to make this work on an ARM processor. So all we've got to do then is come over to Portainer, and here you can see I've already got this pasted in. And so basically, if I've got this, you know what, let's just scrap this entirely. So we're gonna come down to Lychee. We're going to remove that, and we'll say yes. We'll go in and we'll add a stack. We'll just paste that back in there because, of course, we'll also need to give it a name just like that. So there is some stuff in here that we're going to have to kind of go back and modify here in a minute. So the PUID, PGID, we've covered that in a lot of videos. You'll need to get that for your server setup, your time zone. I'm close to Denver, so of course I've got that in there. And then the database host, this DB host right here, you're gonna need to pull that. You're gonna need to get that IP address after we already launch everything. So we're gonna come back to that here in just a moment. Below that, we've got database username, password, and database. We've got volumes here. The first volume is for where you're gonna stick all of your configuration files. The next one will be a separate folder where you'll just drop all of your pictures, or where the pictures that you upload will be stored. So you want to make sure you've got both of those volumes available. By default, this originally ran on port 80. If we come back over here, we can see that they have this set to port 80. I changed it to 8124 just because I've got other stuff running on port 80. So you can change that first value to basically anything you'd like it to be. And then below that, we've got the database information here. Actually, I do want to change, oops, this, well, that, oops, darn it, like that. Okay, so we've got a Maria database down here. Restart unless stopped, that's standard stuff. The volume for the database, you can move that if you'd like. I've just got it set to a database folder. And then, of course, we've got all of the credentials here that are all Lychee. If you want to change these for the password, the database, and the user, whatever you change, you'll want to make sure you change it in both the database container as well as the environmental variable options up here in the application container. There is no root password in the application, so you can make that whatever you'd like, but these other three need to match. So once you've got all of that set up, we're gonna scroll down. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change this. I'm going to deliberately make this wrong. I'm just gonna make that DB. We've done DB in the past for a lot of different things, but I don't know if the IP address I had there is going to be correct. So I want it to fail deliberately, is what I'm trying to say here. So we're gonna click on deploy the stack. Now, I already downloaded everything, so that happened very, very quickly. Yours may take it just a little while, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back over to here. And then in order to get the IP address for the database, what we're gonna do is come over to this little console icon right here. We're gonna click connect, And then in here, we're going to type in host name dash space capital I, and that would have been correct. So I'm glad I changed that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that. Then we're going to come back. We're going to edit. Then we're just going to paste that in right there. And then we'll update the stack. That should just take a second. And now we can just jump over to here like so. Oops. Okay, let's go back to here. Nothing to migrate. Pictures exists. Okay. There it goes. It just takes it a second. Oh yeah, I forgot to delete that. So the first thing you should see here is they should request that you create an account. I forgot to delete my my database from earlier, so it just automatically connected. So, but once you're logged in, you're going to have 4 different albums here. These are what they call smart albums. So all you've got to do, let me come down to here. I'm going to open up a window. All right, so I've just got some pictures here. I'm going to grab just a few of these, like so. It's about 37 megs, and I'm just going to drop those over there. Here you can see that they're processing. It will process them in batches of 6, I think. I don't know that there's any way to change that. But we'll go ahead and give this a few minutes to upload and do its thing. Here you can see that these are finishing kind of one by one. When I originally did this, I uploaded like 100 pictures and it took a while. So know what you're working with, and just understand that if you upload a bunch of pictures that are high res, it may take a while. So here are some pictures of some family pictures that we took a couple of years ago here. But if we click this, you can see that everything looks just like it should here. You can navigate backwards and forwards. You can, I think, so you can star these if you want to. And then if you come back, now I've got a picture here in starred photos. We've got, like I can click this, and I believe I can make that, oops, there we go. I can make that public if I want to, like so. You can make it downloadable. You can add a share button, password protected, all kinds of different stuff you can do in there. So let's go ahead and do that. But now what we want to do is make this accessible to the internet. I guess one other thing before we do that, if we come back over to here, there are some settings up here in the top left. There's a little gear icon up there. If you click that, you can go into settings. You can change your login. You can sort albums. There's a lot of different options in here for you to go in. You can even adjust the CSS if you want to do that. You can create users if you want to do that. Sharing. I don't know what this is for. It's all empty. I don't know. Logs, lots of logs in here, so that's good. That means everything's working. Diagnostics, you can take a look at your versions, your database versions, all of the pertinent stuff that you would want to give to the developer if he asks you questions would be right here. About Lychee, you can see that just a little about us is there, and then a sign out option. So now let's make this accessible to the internet. So what we want to do is come over to our DNS. I've already got pics.dbtechyt.com set up. So what I'll do is I'm going to come over. I've got a notepad somewhere with that. So we're going to go to Nginx Proxy Manager. I'm going to add a proxy host. I'm just going to paste that in there. I know that the IP address is 192.168.1.30 and 8124. I'm just going to go ahead and block that. And then I'm going to come over to SSL. I'm going to request a new SSL. I'm going to force, do HTTP2, say I agree, and click Save. We'll give this a second to do its thing here. Okay, so now that we've got that, we should be able to go ahead and click here. I know you can't see it, but I'm going off this date right here, so I'm going to click that. And there we go. Now we are on HTTPS pics.dbtechyt.com. So we'll go ahead and log in, and we'll say dbtech. Like so. And there we go. There are our albums. There we are logged in on a solid SSL encrypted URL. So we should be good to go there. So overall, that's it. That's how easy it is to set up Lychee, to get it set up on a domain name with an SSL. Pretty simple process, very cool little dashboard where you can share pictures, whether it's just internally, you want to have a good way to manage all of your pictures locally, or you can make a photo gallery public if you want to do that, share it with friends and family, that sort of thing. Lots of very cool options with Lychee. So I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you would give this video a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. All of this will be available, like I said, in a blog post linked in the description down below. While you're taking a look in that description area, there will be a couple of links if you want to check out. That would be pretty amazing. One of those will be for a coffee link. That's a one-time tip jar if you want to say thanks for the video. Or there's also Patreon. There are a few different levels at which you can subscribe. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 level. The $3, $5, and $10 level will give you early access to all of my content. I try to release content Monday, Wednesday, Friday at like 1:15 Mountain Time, but now I've got my butt motivated to get this done earlier so that I can get the select few of you this content before everybody else sees it, even if it's only just by a few hours. The $5 and $10 levels, though, will give you access to a patrons-only Discord server. So if that's something you're interested in, any of that, definitely check out the Patreon link down below. But I think that pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to say in this video. So thanks for your time. I always appreciate your support, and I'll talk to you in the next video.